Hello and welcome to Amby Marie Knits. My name is Amber. You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Amby Marie Knits. Welcome to episode number 23. Today is September 29th, 2023. And I have so much to show you today. I've got a lot of finished objects. So we're going to just jump right in here. First up, my Misurina top. This is a pattern by Caitlin Hunter. And I love it. So it's all done except for the blocking, and I gotta snip the ends. I won't do that till after I block it, but I wanted to show it off. Actually, that's not an end. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Okay, first the top. We've got the lace, cable, color work. You had two options on the body. You could do an eyelet pattern or pearl dots. I like the pearl dots better, and it fits so good. Like, it is just the perfect length for me. I mean, longer probably been better, but was working with two skeins in the main. I had like 2 or 3 yards left, like not much at all, but I am so happy with it. Like, this is definitely an interesting knit. Like, you are interested in it the entire time. Did make the sleeves like an inch shorter just because I wanted the length on the body, but it is warm in here, so I'm gonna take it off and I want to show you the floats and stuff because I did have some issues there that I've got to figure out how to fix once I block it. So on the floats, so I did, like, that's like your normal for the pattern. And then I did the ladder back jacquard, which is really cool. Spot where I have some problems at, the last couple rows in the color work pattern, like these right here, like this one, there's only 1 stitch per repeat. And then there's only like 4 stitches per repeat there. So I ended up, let's see if I can show this, with it's really loose. So I think I saw somewhere somebody crocheted those up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to block it. Once it's blocked, I'm going to go in and like maybe twist these, maybe crochet them up and tie them off. Because in some of the spots, like here, like it's bad. Like they are super duper loose. Which I guess loose is better than too tight, but that's something I do have to work on. But other than that, I am so happy with this. I cannot wait till it gets cooler. Right now we're in, what, second summer? I don't know. Our highs are in the upper 80s right now. Lows are in like the 60s, so it's nice in the morning, but not too much longer, then it's going to be crazy cold. But that's okay. But that is the first finished object I have. Very, very happy with that. Next up, we're going to bounce around a whole bunch because I've got a lot. Let's see. Next up, we're going to do this. So finish the socks. I had one done, like 1.5 done last week. We have both done now. And they turned out pretty good. This is Yarns of Italy, and I just did a 3x1 rib for the whole thing. So these get to be gifted on Sunday, I think. The gifted nose. Next up, speaking of gift knits, I finished the stripe pipe sweater. I still have to trim the ends, but it's blocked. A little bit sad on it. I don't know. Let's see how this looks on camera. So here it is. It's done. Like I said, just got to snip the ends. I did block it though. It just got dry yesterday. Turned out really good. The only thing I'm frustrated about, so I dyed the yarn myself. Guess what? This bled. I don't think it bled when I washed it because everything was clear. But I think when I laid it out, I should have put something in between here when I blocked it to dry. Because, I don't know, I can see where these stripes are a little bit different color than these stripes, but maybe it's just because it's next to the color. I don't know. Tell me what you think, comment below. Not changing it, like it's not in a spot where I can just fix it, so the recipient should still like it, and it's so cozy. Like, my friend is going to London next month, so should be good temperatures for her to wear this. But yep, so that's my other big finished object. So those are the big things, the 2 sweaters, but I have more. So this is something that I finished a while back, but I haven't been able to show you. This is the Essentials Beanie by Andrea Gahn. It's andrea.gahn.knits, I think. I'll put it below and down here. But I got to test knit this pattern. It is just it's really just a basic ribbed beanie. It has the pattern for a single brim like I did, or there's one where you can make it long enough so you can double up the brim for extra warmth. What I liked about this pattern, it is for every weight of yarn. pretty much. So like you can do fingering up to, I think, worsted or bulky. And mine, I used a strand of fingering and a strand of mohair. So you can also do that. So I think this is a great pattern to have just as a nice standard quick and easy beanie to make. So we'll be making more. But that one's official. The pattern is out now. You can go ahead and go to Ravelry and buy it if you want to. Okay. 2 more finished objects. Next up. So, gnomes. So I am in the 11 Stitches membership, and we did a class with Imagine Landscapes. And she has lots of gnome patterns. I made gnomes before, so I set out to see how many I can do during this 3-hour class. The answer is 2. This is the Noah with a G is the name of the gnome itself, but let me see which gnome pattern this is. I am so sorry, I did not think about that. But yeah, Noah, no fun like gnome fun. That's the name of this. So, didn't mean to make Cosmo and Wanda from the Fairly Odd Parents, but I totally did. Somebody pointed that out to me. But this is fun. It calls for worsted weight. I used DK and size 3 needles, but they're fast, they're fun, and if you haven't made a gnome yet, this is a great pattern to start with. Also, Never Not Gnoming is a good one as well. I've made quite a few out of that. But this, and then the last finished object I do not have, but I will put a picture right here of some of them. So Shayna Cohen, Shayna Designs, she has quite a few fidget patterns, and I was cleaning the other day and I found a bag full of marbles, and I'm like, ooh, I can make fidgets out of this. So the fidget pattern is, again, I'm not remembering patterns today. It is the Marble Fidget Square. This one is a free pattern. She has other ones, though, that are paid for that are very interesting. But it is literally just a square. It's double knit, so that's fun. Also a good way to learn a new technique. And you put a marble in it. Yeah, my job, people went crazy over this. I made 9 yesterday. They only take about 30 minutes for me to make them, so they don't take too long. But I eventually got tired of making them, so I stopped. Because I have more people that would like to have them. Because I work at a call center, so having something to do with your hand while you're talking on the phone, I knit, but most people don't. It is really, really nifty, so that's something I am planning on making more of. Okay, let's breathe for a second. That's all the finished objects. Next step, we're going to go into whips. I only have one to actually show you. That Marled Magic shawl, I haven't touched it. I will eventually, maybe in November, I don't know. But, oh wait, I have 2. I forgot. I had a new cast on last time. But, okay, we're going to go with this. This is a pair of socks that I started. This yarn is Pretty Twisted Yarns. It's a one-of-a-kind colorway, which I wish it wasn't, because look at that. Look at that. So beautiful. This was it's a 75-25. I wish it doesn't actually carry, but she was testing out some new bases, so I love this color. I'm sad that these are socks for a gift. It is also on my cool yarn carrier that was 3D printed by Andy the Knitress of the Naughty Knitress. It will be linked below. Definitely recommend that as well. But yeah, this is just a 2x2 rib, size 1s, 20 for the cuff. Did this. I am actually just barely started a shadow wrap heel. But this color, just look at it. So good. Okay. And then my next whip, I started last night. Okay, so this is kind of a whip combination, not gauge swatch, but I mentioned before, I got a whole bunch of Cascade 220 superwash, and I am going to make a sweater for my son. Like, I want to make him a cabled sweater. I sent him some patterns. We found some we liked. Well, the pattern we both liked, I don't like the pattern. Like, I like what it looks like, and it's probably fine for some people. I'm not quite liking just how it's written, and I don't want to think that hard, so I decided to think harder. We do that sometimes. It's fine. So I started a flax sweater by Tinky and Knits. Probably the best ever basic raglan sweater you will ever have. But I decided to add cables to it. So making just a little baby sweater. Got a friend who just had a baby, so useful for them. And this is where I'm at. So yarn I am using, I actually get engaged, so this is cool. This is Bravo Sport in the color Cotton Candy. And doing the smallest size. And I'm using size 5 needles and size 7 needles. So I went down a little bit on the needle size. And I'm doing a cable down the sleeve. Okay, there's a little cable there. And then on the front and the back, I have this little one. It's just a 2-stitch like mock cable. And I'm twisting that every other round. And then every 6th, I just have this 4-stitch cable. And it's so cute and tiny. Almost done. I'm going to do the cropped one because, I mean, this is something I'm going to gift, but it is mainly just to see, could I figure out how to put the cables in here and it still look decent? And I think I did it. So I'm going to do cropped. So I just have like another inch to go here, and then the ribbing, and then make some little sleeves. And it's just the cutest thing ever. See, screenshot. But yes, that's on my whips. Yes. Okay. Now we're gonna go more into future cast-ons. Of course, sweater for my son. I'm probably gonna get that started maybe tomorrow. It's not planning, like, I don't need it till Christmas. Like, I'm not planning on rushing on it. I've got time. It's just there's so much other stuff to knit between now and Christmas. So first up, what we're gonna talk about is what is starting the soonest. So me, as well as a whole bunch of other people I know, are going to be doing the Haunted House Mkal by Telly P Knits. It is fingering weight. It takes 6 colors. It's going to be color work and some texture stitches. And I think it's 1 clue a day for 13 days. So should be pretty manageable. If it's just, you know, with 13 different sections on it, I think that shouldn't be too bad. My colors, I picked on it. Okay. I have not lined them up yet. So 6 colors. I have this orange, which is Cascade Heritage, color 5646. So we got that. We got that at Village Yarnery before they closed down. Just the bear, plain old bear yarn that I had. And then this I also got at Village Yarnery before they shut down as well. I happen to have these. They are... You know, and Zula, sorry, that light's coming in. Let's do this. That's what it is. So squishy, 50 gram. It is hand dyed in Fresno, California. That's cool. It is 80% merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. So there's the tag. So I know I got these 3. I know I got these cheaper. They were like in the window, so it's hard to tell, but the color is kind of off a little bit. Like there's some sun fading on there, but that's okay. I don't care. It's still soft and squishy. So I am going to do, and then I have a brown as well, but I don't remember what I bought that for, but I did. So we're going to do this. Oh. So these 4, and then these 2. There we go. Wish I had a black, but at least I have 4 bases are the same. That's got to count for something, right? So let's put that on silent. So that's starting Sunday morning on the 1st. Andy the Nitrous is, I think, doing a Zoom at 6:30 Pacific time. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be working at that time because that would be 8:30 Central. So I might see what time my break is that day, and I might be able to pop on for a few. So if you watch Andy or pay attention to her, I definitely recommend joining if you're awake that early. Next up, future cast-ons. Mkals is coming up. So 3rd year in a row, 3rd year I've used this bag. I made this one years ago. Love the rainbow Halloween fabric. And then the inside is also the same as the handle, but it's this. Does it have a pocket? Yes, it has a pocket in there. Everybody's already seen my colors. Guess what? You can see it one more time because they're getting wound up later today. Just so I can be ready. There we go. Sorry, I am so in love with these colors. I cannot wait to start this. I mean, I'm a little bit scared because I know last year started out kind of rough, but I love these so much. So squishy. Okay. that is that. Slight chance I'm gonna make a ranunculus. I've got some DK yarn for that one, so we'll see if that's something I end up doing before the end of the year. But I've got a lot of knitting to do in the next 2 months because, of course, by the time December rolls around, I want to be mostly clear because I'm going to, let's see, I have 4 Advent things. Pretty Twisted Yarns, 24-day Advent. Woolly Mama's 24-day Advent. I have Corner of Crafts, 4 skeins, like 1 skein a week Advent. I'm really excited for stitch markers on that one. And then I also have a stripe a day from Freckled Whimsy. So all I know for sure, I will be making a sock for Freckled Whimsy, and I will be doing the anthology throw with Pretty Twisted. The rest have not decided yet. I don't really expect to use all of that in 1 month because that's a lot. Because I'm also going to probably have to make some more socks and stuff for gift knitting and whatnot for the holidays. So we'll see what the future holds. That's all the knitting. Oh, bags. So I do have my Etsy shop. I still have some bags left. It is almost October. If you need a spooky sock bag, I still have glow-in-the-dark skeletons. Handles glow-in-the-dark too. I still have glow-in-the-dark ghosts. You can still pick these up. So in time to get them to use them for this month or for next month. Also, I have some that aren't spooky. Like this one's, look how huge this bag is. So what I like about this one, that's a color. That's a color. Guess what? Did the same on the inside. That's a pattern. That's a solid. This thing is giant. Like, this is a blanket bag. Like, this is going to hold like a jelly roll or whatever blanket you're working on. And it's in my shop. You are more than welcome to go check that out. I will link it below. Reading and watching. Watching, not much. I haven't even been watching YouTube. I am so far behind on all of my peoples. But somebody reminded me that something my library has. Of course, most of us has Libby. Libby is awesome. But you have to put stuff on hold, and sometimes it takes forever to get it. We have something called Hoopla. I'm sure other places and other libraries have it. But it's more of a, you can get 8 books a month. And 8 bucks a month or 8 bucks at one time. Not sure which. And it's just there. So I have been listening to Mercedes Lackey, who is one of my favorite fantasy authors. I love pretty much anything she writes. But I have been listening to I'm on this one right here. Sanctuary. It's the 3rd book in a series. It's about dragons. It's decent. I like it. I'm almost done with that one. I don't know what I'm going to start next, but I did just get in on Libby, a Court of Wings and Ruin. Because I am really enjoying having one book to read. Because usually if I'm eating, I'm reading, especially at lunch at work. And then one book to listen to. Problem is, instead of been watching YouTube and knitting, I've been listening to a book and knitting. Which is good and bad. But that's, I think, everything that I have for this week. So we will see next Friday. I will be able to, I won't show the Mkals stuff next Friday because the clues come out Thursday mornings for me. And I don't want to spoil anybody who hasn't had a chance to like start it or look at the pattern yet. So I will definitely be a week behind on that as far as showing what I've done and everything, just to make sure I don't spoil it. That's my plan anyways. We'll see how that ends up working out, because I'm going to want to show you what progress I made in that week. I don't know. We'll see what it ends up. But I do want to thank everybody for watching. Hey, I have made this to 20 minutes. We have 40 seconds left, so we're going to keep going until I've gotten a 20-minute video. But really, I do want to thank everybody so much for watching. I thank everybody for subscribing, and I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. And if you're ready for fall, I hope it's almost there. If it's almost spring where you're at, well, I hope you're ready to enjoy that well. And thank you so much for watching.